everything here. So we are looking at Dragon's End meta. I should have an open tag here. Not in LFG currently because we filled the map pretty quick. And we don't have a full squad. We got some people out of squad around, which is totally fine. I'm mostly worried about having I want to have close to 50 when we get to the final stage. So we'll have to see how this shakes out. I know a lot of people will be fishing, and they might not be paying attention to. Ooh, I gotta answer the. Hopefully everything goes well. I mean, I've failed this meta a couple times, but so we're doing the Dragon's End meta. This is the newest meta added to the game. This is the final meta of the Dragon's End story. So if you don't want any spoilers, come back when you finish the story. And it does depend, like the person in chat is saying, it does depend very much on our DPS and coordination. So I'm a little worried. This is my first time commanding this, so
But I'm crazy how like fast squads fill up. I mean, people are starting to prep for it probably an hour in advance. So
yeah, we've been on this. We've been looking for a map for the last 30 minutes, and I had to just make
a map.
my own. So
We're about to start. All right, I am paying attention.
Commander, you're needed at the J4E base camp now.
so Astrid and I are gonna be in squad subgroup 5. Ooh, I guess we're gonna start another subgroup.
Subgroup 6. We're 6, my guy.
Oh, we're 6, my bad. I'm just gonna.
Where do we go?
We're gonna be west.
Which way's west?
The way we almost always go.
Never eat sour watermelon. This way. I have no idea. I honestly, every time I've done this meta, I think I've messed that up where I've just completely gone the wrong direction. Not because I don't want to listen to the commander, but because I confuse my...
Because you don't know your cardinal directions.
No, it's not that I don't know my cardinal directions. I know my directions. It's just confusing when you look at it from this direction. Because if I don't look at my mini map and I'm facing this way, it looks like to the left is the west.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I'm just giving you
Oh, my dad's calling me. I'm not answering.
Nice.
I'm not. No.
Okay. I'm trying to get I'm trying to fill up the group with everybody that's here. Sending out some invites.
You want me to send some out too? Will that help?
It's up to you. It's mostly for boons, honestly. That's mostly why I'm doing. I'm separating everything.
So this would be a good time to talk about what squads do.
What do you mean what squads do?
Like, I mean, maybe other people understand this because they've played video games before and this is like the first video game I've ever played. But it always confuses me why I get separated into different groups.
Gotcha. Okay. So as we're getting I gotta get a battery. So I'll try to break down. So this battery that I just used and this teleporter that I'm using is all Dragon's End level stuff. So what we're doing here is a meta event. Meta in this game refers to a large grouping of sub. So there's meta achievements in which you have to complete a bunch of small, shorter achievements to get. Typically, they have a large reward for them. Meta events are going to be a series of shorter events that culminate into one final event, typically. So I'm zooming out on the map here. We're going to have, I'm on the west side, so we go this way. You can see in the middle here, I have people in the middle. So they're pushing the middle, and then there's going to be people in the east here, and they're going to be pushing down this way. So there's going to be events all the way down until we get to this area over here, or sorry, this area over here, and this area over here. And then the final event takes place in the middle. So the reason that I have 8 sub-squads here. So I have a squad of 40 out of 50 up here in the left corner, and I have 8 sub-squads. So typically when you're doing boons, which is things that are beneficial, they're buffs basically, things that increase damage or give you healing, etc., etc., there's a certain number of people they can affect. So the reason that I have a subgroup of 5 people is my build right now is to give out alacrity, which allows my skills to recharge faster, and I can give it out to 5 people. So if you have enough of the right builds, you can have, the idea is to have quickness and alacrity in every single subgroup, because you want to have, okay, gonna get rid of map chat for a second there. Everybody wants to have the boons, because if you're not able to spread them out evenly and you're not able to, the moral of the story is you want to get everybody boons so that everybody can increase their damage, everybody can be as helpful as possible. So that's not always why people will do subgroups. Another reason why I'm doing subgroups is, as I showed in the beginning, we have 3 different lanes for this meta, and to make sure that people are relatively evenly spread out, you split them into subgroups and you tell them what lane to go to. So there's a lot of metas in this game that will require you to split up and go in lanes, not just the one that we're doing here. There's quite a few, and squads are a great way to organize and speak. So I've been using squad chat, which just goes to everybody in the squad. There's some maps that you'll have multiple squads, so that you can have, instead of doing subgroups, you'll have multiple squads even, so that you are able to discuss within your squad separately from the entire map.
CC.
That's another good thing to talk about right now. I wasn't really paying attention, so I wasn't using CC, but CC stands for crowd control. It's a huge part of metas. So I'm gonna mouse over my 9 ability right now, and at the very bottom of the, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Taking a fair amount of damage here, standing in fire. At the bottom of the skill is something that's called Defiance Break, and it gives 150. So the blue bar that's underneath the enemy's health bar, it only lasted for a little bit there because the dragon died, but that's called a defiance bar or a break bar. That's typically what people will call it, because you have to break the defiance bar to do more damage. So Defiance Break that you see at the bottom of the skill indicates that it's a CC or crowd control skill. There's a bunch of terms. They can get a little bit confusing, but the best way to figure it out is to look at the skill tooltip, honestly. There's some that are pretty obvious. If you have a skill called, I think it's called Spine Breaker or something, on a warrior with a hammer, and you see them either fly back or get knocked to the ground, it's a pretty good indicator that it's a crowd control, because the idea is you're controlling their movement, you're controlling them in different ways. And those do, you can see the blue bar going down, those do damage to the bar. When they get that completely broken, I'll see if I can, if we can break this guy here. Probably not, to be honest. Looks like it's gonna die first. Yeah, so they'll get a debuff called broken, if I'm not mistaken, and it means they take more damage. That's ultimately what happens. And so when you're fighting a boss, you want to break them so they take more damage, so you beat the boss faster, especially because you can see over there on the right here, this is the meta event information. Fire teams are heading south to prepare for the next phase of the attack before nightfall. And night falls in, and then it has a countdown timer.
We're under attack. But I managed
So one of the issues with
Like,
not
you're
being
back.
coordinated is you can miss your timer. You know, if you don't beat them fast enough, that's why this was one of the hardest metas in the game when it first came out. Is when we get to the final boss, there's gonna be a timer, and if you don't beat them by the end, you lose. You don't get the rewards. So, and then you spent all this time for nothing. Or not nothing, but you're not getting the rewards. The reason that people will do metas is for rewards. The reason this is one of the better events or event chains, meta events, however you want to call it, for rewards, because it's on the new maps, and it gives currencies, it gives items that are useful for the new legendaries, etc., etc. So you got another mini event here. You can see it going on the right. Dragon Void Strength, the bar is going down. The more of these guys we kill, the further we go, the further the bar goes down, and then eventually a champion will spawn. Or I believe it's a champion. And we'll just have to beat them. So on the map right now, it looks like the middle has finished pushing, and so they split between either side, and then now we push both sides.
Wait, did you tell them to do that?
I turned off all chat. It looks like they kind of figured it out on their own. Okay, yeah, so there's a
Okay.
champion void giant here, and so you might be able to see what it looks like when we actually get, yeah, so exposed. My apologies. It's exposed, not broken. So the health bar starts going down real fast while exposed is going on, and now I'm down, and I'm going to use my Jade bot because I'm lazy. I don't want to wait. And I'm the commander, and I don't want to embarrass myself in front of all these people. To be a commander, so
Let's keep moving toward your base.
as part of the masteries,
Ow,
Central Tyria
fast.
mastery, there's Pact Commander, Pact Mentor. It's one of the easiest things to get in the game. You just need one mastery point, and you just need enough XP to get Pact Mentor. You can put on something called a Mentor tag. Anybody on the map can see it. It's like a pseudo commander tag for people who just want to let everybody know that there's an event going on. You can do a raid squad. So if I go over here to the
Where is
squad information, there's raid mode, which is a 10-member limit.
Captain Fall? Let's go. Stop.
I believe if
Stop.
you do not have a commander tag, you are
Oh.
limited to 10. But the idea is you just are giving visibility to an event on the map so that other people can see it, other people can help. And when you're doing all of this, it's kind of hard to explain exactly where you are, or for people, sometimes it's hard for people to find you. So having the tag helps. So a lot of times with my commander tag, I use it specifically for things like this so that people can see where I am, they can see what's going on in the meta, and they know where to go. I've commanded most of the metas now for Dragon's End. The easiest one I would say is Echovold Wilds, for sure. The Gang War is a pretty easy meta. Now the boss battle has some complicated mechanics, but once you are aware of what the mechanic is and how to see what's happening, it's pretty straightforward. So explaining it to people is not too difficult. This one has a lot more going on at any time. You've got multiple lanes, you've got a whole lot going on. So launching yourself into commanding right away is not always a good idea. I got my commander tag when I was just doing a ton of farming when Living World Season 4 came out, and I was doing the same meta every single day. And sometimes I would struggle to find a map, and so I knew the meta forwards and backwards, but it was the
Alright. I'm assuming not a lot of people know that they have to be on turtles for this.
Let's just
Oh my god, I can't get out of combat though.
Thunderhead Peaks, thank you. I was doing the Thunderhead Peaks meta. I knew both the north and the south, and I was trying to farm the currencies and everything, so I
Crap,
saved
I can't
up.
get out of combat.
There's a lot going on. Where are you?
Commander, we need help. People, we need more turtles, but I can't get on my turtle because I'm still in combat with something. Oh, now it's like, whoa, you want to go on your turtle? The minute something hits me. I'm sorry.
Total.
Are you on your turtle?
Absolutely.
Mother trucker. I was trying to get on my turtle.
Oh yeah, look at the damage.
There we go.
I learned pretty quickly that commanding is not as simple as it looks. People think that it's easy. You just toss on you toggle a button, and then people can see where you are and what you're doing and all that stuff. And it's people when you command, you should know what's going on. And that's one thing that I was really nervous about for this meta is I've done this meta quite a few times, but I don't know this one as well as I've known other metas, and I don't want to mess this up because I know people can fail this meta still, even though it's been months since it came out, and I really don't want to fail this meta today. So I'm playing a build, an Alacrity build. Astrid's playing a DPS build because DPS is important. And right now, so to explain the mechanic that just happened, the reason that I was on a turtle is we had to destroy the rubble, and as you destroy the rubble, there are these crystals here, and you can see these lines going from the crystal. You have to kill all the people, and now the crystal is done basically. So you're supposed to kind of break it up and do the crystals as you go around and not just break all of the rubble first, but I got a little excited. We had a lot of people on turtles, so the rubble went real fast. But we should go in now.
Hello, everybody.
Because now we have the champion Void Salt Spray Dragon. So both sides are doing the same thing. There's a little bit of different story. There's different story people on both sides.
Yeah, because there's 3 different groups you can go with.
Yeah, the middle one is fast and easy. If they're just taking this middle section here. They don't push anywhere near as far, and they're just going this distance where we go this whole distance. It's like 2 or 3 times as far. So that's why I have a smaller group of them going to the middle and more people, going to the outside. And so that's the way they go and split up.
Oh.
But once we beat this dragon, there's going to be 4 events that spawn, and some commanders will separate for those 4 as well. I'm not going that in depth because
Shit.
it's too much.
I accidentally got on
Too much in
someone's
my
turtle.
opinion. So you can see fire teams are in position 2 out of 3. Oh, I can't even see the turtle. If I back up, I can now. There you go. So we're just waiting for... Oh, they haven't even fought the dragon yet, so I'm probably going to waypoint over there. And pushing the meta unlocks the waypoint. So now we're just going to have everybody coming to this side. And we're going to help the other lane finish. Thankfully, with this one, there's no timer that you have to follow. For some metas, and later on in this meta you'll see it, you have to beat bosses within a certain time of each other. It's usually like 30 seconds, which sounds like a lot, but sometimes it's not even close to enough. But the nice thing about this right here is there's nothing like that. So we finished our lane, we can come over and help push this lane. I'm not going to tell people to do it because we've got plenty of people over here. We've got 25 minutes still to finish the meta, finish this section of the meta, so it's not a big deal.
Either way, this is also a great XP farm.
Yeah.
I feel like this event is crazy XP because you're fighting so many people.
For sure, for sure. I have all of the masteries for End of Dragons. So for me, it's spirit shards. When I level up, I get spirit shards again. But if you're trying to get the next,
Ooh, short.
that was
Oh, come
quite a bit
save
of
me, my
damage.
little jade pot.
I already used mine. I got the timer down.
You're welcome. By the way,
Oh, did you heal me?
that was me.
Thanks. Um,
Saw you dying, and I was like, oh, freak, we're both gonna die.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
How stupid we look.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know whoever's supposed to heal me is. I don't think they're here.
No, there's no healers. It's
Huh?
I mean, there's no designated healers. Alacrity and quickness are not healing
Oh.
abilities. It's just about quickness makes you do abilities faster, if I'm not mistaken, and alacrity recharges your skills faster. So it's extremely helpful for big fights like this. It's just more DPS faster. So I'm actually gonna hop back over to the other side. Most of the people came over. So now we're gonna have two different events spawn on each side. One's gonna be to the north of where you fight, one's gonna be to the south. So these guys are already here. You can see Mordrum's Blight.
Beaker camp is secure.
Where's this one? Oh yeah. Wasteland of the Destroyer. You've got Icebrood's Desolation and Risen's Havoc. So each one is going to have an Elder Dragon specific event. So you're going to have to come over here, you're going to have to kill some guys, and then you're going to have to run over some magic. And that pushes the event. That's really all that happens here. And then you'll have a boss to kill. Like I said, there's 4 of them, and then once you're done with this one, there's a 5th one in the middle. Surprise, surprise. Big spoilers. The event is just about to spawn. There it is. So you got Void Containment level. As we kill guys, it's going to be...
My
what
favorite
was it?
still.
There we go. Purified Void Magic.
Grandfather!
But if the power of the magic is unknown,
Not yet.
what could it do to
We
you?
gotta beat these guys first. So you run over the Purified Magic.
Am I in the wrong area? I'm in the stupidly wrong area. It's so dumb. There's no one in the,
We'll be able to spread out again.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to avoid the corrupted.
This
Oh,
really
flip.
efficiently, and I'm a little worried that I might not be able to finish the meta because I'm not being as efficient as I could. But ultimately, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think it's going to change our final boss timing.
There's literally 4 people over here, by the way.
You should be able to finish it with 4. Where are you? Northeast, south,
East,
north,
south.
northeast, west. Wait,
South.
sorry. South, southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest.
Alright. Us versus this champion.
You are southwest, it looks like. Are you over here?
There's like no one.
Is this where Astrid is? Which one are you at?
Southeast, I literally
Oh, you're
said
at
that
the Risen
5
one?
times.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Are you at the Risen one then?
Oh, I'm at the butt munch ugly one. Tell you that.
What's it
This
called?
guy, not cute.
What's it called?
This abomination's butt is
Yeah,
huge.
that's the Risen one.
What?
That's the Risen one. We had a similar thing on the west side that...
It's like, wait a minute.
Wait, I'm missing an element.
Grandfather!
Yeah, we
Sorry,
do this
that's
enough
always the
times.
funniest one.
I could go up
Where am I
that way,
supposed to
but I'm
go?
not going that way. I'm going this way.
There is only void.
Oh, you sons of guns. Not in my Christian Minecraft server. You probably wouldn't get that, but it's fine.
I know you sitting there wishing that I understood what you were saying,
Oh, it's
but I have no idea.
Sometimes I specifically switch mounts. Oh, I forgot how cool I made this one look. I specifically switch mounts just because I want to make sure I'm using all the mounts in the game.
Don't you realize this barrier? It's protecting
So this is the secret fifth one, you know. We
From
got here.
me!
You love the voice acting in this, don't you?
I love, I'm not gonna lie, it's cool, it's a little corny,
Oh, of course.
where it's like, don't
So
you get it?
now you unlock this waypoint.
The
Sorry.
void, it's protecting you from me!
Okay. Yes, it's fantastic. So now there are these 5 crystals. They're absolutely gorgeous. This is the best looking one in my opinion. You know, big Risen fan, big Zaitan fan. I'll say Krokator because I was looking at the big purple one in the middle. So each one of these is going to have a separate event. So you're going to see 5 events or 5 bars for 5 different events. And so what's going to happen is very similar to a combination of the first event where we were beating guys and we had to throw magic at a crystal, and the last one where we had to kill guys and run over the magic. It's mostly because there were 4 of those at a time. So we're going to have to come over here. I'm going to go to the Risen one. And they're going to drop magic, and you have to get it up to the crystal. And the key is, you're not going to be able to run it there. It is extremely hard to run the magic all the way up.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're going to lose your skills. You're going to have to, so you'll see me pick one up here in a second. Okay, so you lose your skills. I'm actually going to throw it up here because there's going to be people up there who can grab it and throw it into the crystal instead of me having to run all the way up.
Yeah, and the minute you throw it, like, at the person, it automatically, they don't even have to pick it up, it just, like, targets them.
Yeah. And you can see the bar over my head, that green bar, that's like corruption from touching the magic. So the longer you hold these, the more damage you end up taking, and so that's why people throw them. So you can see on the right, everybody's pushing it. Nobody on this side is running all the way. Bless you. So that's one thing definitely to pay attention to.
Ah, nuggets! I got knocked off the corner.
I'm pretty sure this one has a timer, to be honest. And something actually you can also do is what these guys were doing is they were throwing the magic over here, so somebody could pick it up and throw it faster. We'll kill this guy. We'll kill this guy. We'll let other people throw. We're doing pretty good to be even. And what people will do is if they see, like, people at the Ice Brood, they see they're so much further than the destroyers, so people on their own, 1 or 2, will end up moving. Or they'll just ride it out, and then at the end,
She's joining the battle.
at the end they'll just switch over.
I'm at Ice Brood, by the way, the one
Goodness.
that's kicking butt. I'm not leaving until we finish it. No. I want it to be done.
Yeah, it's that's another thing that it could be said is, like, you don't always want to leave things early, even if you're supposed to finish things within a certain amount of time of each other.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can see
Good
Void
cut.
Mallet imbalance drains crystals in 50 seconds. So for this one we have a minute. No big deal. That's plenty of time to finish these off because people at Ice Brood are going to, so that person just came over. So now we have even more, goodness. Now we have even more people to help us, and we'll be the next ones to go. And then Mordremoth is the bottom left here, so I'm just going to run across here actually and start tossing magic up.
I'll stand at the corner.
Because honestly, I'm not too worried about finishing this. I don't think I've ever seen anybody fail to get this VM. So we're
Yeah.
totally fine. This is what confused me the first time, because there's no direction of what to do and everybody starts running, right? So you come south of the waypoint and there is a zip line. So you need a Jade bot to do this meta.
With the void rapidly widening,
Kind of.
we need to stop her
There
now.
will be a waypoint that you can go to in the sky. It's
Yeah, but
almost
if
here.
you want to be there like as soon as people are up there or everything, then you need to.
You got that zip line, and then you got this zip line, and you can actually see Suwan up there.
I'm one of the first 10 people up here. Good job, Alana. I mean, Astrid.
And so you can see fire. I can cut it out.
Thank you.
And so now they fired something up here. It's really cool. You can see it break. Suwan falls down and back.
Stop! Don't kill her!
So what you're going to want to do
Suwan's in pain.
is people are going to drop United Legion way stations. You're going to want to grab EMPs for break bar damage because that becomes very important for this. But also, when you get your Jade bot mastery up, it's very helpful not to pull out your fishing pole, but to make a personal waypoint for from your Jade bot.
Yeah, your J-bot's gonna possess you for a second. You're gonna look like the exorcism, and then you're gonna have a waypoint.
She's close. Be ready.
Yep,
Don't tell
that's
me
how you
I'm
spell.
wrong.
That's how you spell waypoints. A lot of people die during this. It's gonna happen. Don't be upset if you die. It's just how it goes.
Hold on, 1 second.
That's another thing, is one of the try not to make fun of me if I get slapped. Love it. I like when people have
Who gets slapped? Slapped where?
There's
Slapped what?
one of the people in chat. They're talking about the first swipe. So actually, oh, I was just about to say, you can see the amount of people that are on the platform.
Suwan is so cool looking though.
Yeah, especially Void Suwan.
world is empty.
Yeah, Void Suwan
A landscape of
smacks.
shattered dreams.
Look at this on the like
It all
this magic.
turned to
So people are gonna crowd over here. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a little bit of a cluster.
Can you drop a waypoint, or not a waypoint, a way station right here, or is that yours over there?
I don't have way stations on this character.
the end will come.
I have homing beacons, but not way stations. I don't believe I have way stations.
All right, well we still have one at
Okay,
least.
so now it's my job to, so we back up. You wanna try to have ranged and close combat. The first section is gonna go pretty fast here. So we already dropped 5%. Okay, so you can see here we have 20 minutes to complete the battle portion, and that wasn't affected by how long the rest of it took. So, you know, it is what it is. How in depth you want to take everything, how crazy you want to get with micromanaging, but it does help people feel more organized, and sometimes that's all it takes to. Oops, I missed my dodge. Sometimes that's all it takes to really make or break a meta, is just making people feel like they're doing something good. Okay, so there's a bunch of different phases. Right now we're just in a damage phase. Suwan was
not gonna
invulnerable,
lie.
so we were just waiting for that to change. What were you gonna say?
Oh, this is the worst.
So you're gonna stand in these bubbles, and one of the people that are in the bubble are going to get launched to the ground. It wasn't me.
Of course, I was in
Astrid was.
I was with 5 different people,
And it picked you.
and it picked.
That's awesome. Hopefully I get picked later so that I can show what it looks like. But so what happens is you see all these. I'm dying, of course. Good job here, Ruby. Nailed it. I'm gonna try to save my Jade bot this time. I'm just gonna hit stuff. So the idea here is just not die. Really, ultimately, it's just not die. You kill guys, you don't die. And you see these crystals. These crystals are, oh my goodness. You want to technically
Oh my gosh!
defend the crystals, but
Oh my gosh, I made it!
you made
I'm
it.
alive.
Nice, very nice. So it
Yeah,
looks
this isn't
like
very hard. It's just I'm very stupid.
you're not stupid.
I don't
It's-
understand
It's fine.
jumping.
So the crystals represent the people that got sent to the ground, and we have 7 seconds until they get destroyed. So we just have to survive and kill guys, and I mean, it's just a bunch of ads. And you're about to see a bunch of arrows on the screen, and those indicate the direction of a really big attack. Unless everybody made it, and we're not getting attacked here. What the heck? Oh, here we go. Okay. So they're coming this direction, so you can see the way that's going to come. You can see that people did not avoid the damage. And so you want to be behind the crystals. That's all that is. That's all that it is. So
That's all it is?
you want to be behind the crystals in that moment.
Oh, that's how I stayed alive.
Yes. You want to, if you are one of the people that got sent to the bottom, and so you're effectively in the crystals still. So the crystals stay.
Oh, so I'm in.
But you're not in the crystals anymore. The idea is that you're still in the crystal if you don't make it up here. And when you do make it up here, I couldn't show this and I forgot because I wasn't doing it. But there is a skill you have to use to go back to your body. And if you're still up, if you make it up here, you survive and you just go behind one of the crystals. But if you don't, then you die when she kills or when she breaks your crystal. So that's pretty much the gist. There's going to be another phase of that with more people that get launched. CC. So this, you can see the break bar. That's why we have the EMPs. And we use alacrity skills right now so that we can get everybody their break bar. You want the break bar so that we can do more damage. Ooh. It does help to have... Why is movement so difficult right now? What is this? Void chaos. Okay. It's making movement very difficult for me. It's like pushing me outwards. That's most of what's been going on here. And so then I'm just going to teleport over here. The nice thing about alacrity is that it decreases my teleport. And yeah. I believe the next phase is going to be a whirlpool. And we should see that pretty soon here. I'm getting a little worried about the timing. I don't think our DPS is enough. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think we're gonna clear this. I think our DPS is a little bit lacking, but that's okay. That's okay. We're here for the experience. Best not to get upset about it. It happens.
Yeah, it happens pretty frequently. Not, I want to say, oh.
This is the only meta that you will typically see fail frequently, and you should try not to get upset if it happens. Okay, so CC. Okay, so we switch to the next thing. We're gonna kill people, and they're gonna drop energy. The same with one of the events we had earlier. They're gonna drop the dragon magic. It's gonna pull you outwards, and if it pulls you outwards and you hit that water, you die. So you kind of just want to keep. I just keep W keying towards the middle constantly. And on the right, you can see our progress towards killing guys and running over magic. Man, I am really worried about this not going well. So now we got what we needed. Where's Suwon? There we go. So now I just button mash E. I have to target her. I don't know that I'm going to be able to attack her. We're going to have to keep an eye and hit E when the next thing happens right there. And so we're going to split up and go to 2 different bosses. I just actually unlocked most of these abilities. So I'm actually going to wait until the boss spawns and I can target the boss here. And I'm going to stay in the air as long as I can. Okay, I don't know what any of those abilities did. But I can... Oh, okay, it's not gonna... Oh, I probably needed to actually do the thing. Okay, so now you got 2 bosses, and I minimized it. Okay, so we're on Death and Shadow, which is moving a lot faster than the other one. Maybe not quite so fast. Why did that teleport me that far over? That should not have teleported me so far. Make sure you res people in meta events like this. Be a good person and friends your friends. Try not to let people full die. Be a good person. If you full die, leave.
Yeah, it also
Go-
doesn't help you if everybody's just dying.
Yeah.
And
Waypoint if you full die. Try not to die like I am. It's not very helpful to your friends. And your teammates.
are you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me. Okay. Get a little closer. Okay. So when you beat them, you come to the middle. 12 minutes might be enough time.
She's back. Look out!
One thing to note is that you do get your way station stuff wiped. So you want to, that's why that person was, you can jump over those as well, the waves. That's why that person was saying EMP, is because they want to make sure that everybody's getting their EMP. We are at about 50%. Things are about to get very difficult because hitting 50% at not quite, or at this time, not very helpful. I believe we're going to need to go down here.
Oh, crud.
52%. Oh my goodness.
Don't ask how. But I did just fall off the map.
Nice. Very nice.
I didn't even know that that was something that you could do. Like, completely
Yeah.
just fall off the temple.
Yeah, it happened to me once because I got knocked back by something. That's going to be some break bar damage. You want to use your EMP as fast as possible so that you can maybe get another EMP off. But we got it. We want to hit Suwon, and I'm freaking moving all over the place. It's frustrating.
I know. I'm just trying to fly back up to the top. Okay, screw this, I'm waypointing.
You can still hit Suwon during that phase, so it's really helpful to have the build, run a build like what I'm doing, or I can run backwards and still do damage. People are gonna die behind me for sure, for sure. I'm a big fan of this build too because it's really simple. What were you gonna say? Sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
Sorry, what?
The build that I'm running is very simple. Nice job breaking those bubbles. The bubbles are gonna happen. This is the next phase of this. The bubbles are gonna happen when
Someone
the
else
tail
come
is
to my
up,
circle.
and there's
Someone
gonna
else
be
come to my
there's
circle.
also gonna be like cyclones. The cyclones you're drowning, and the bubbles. Actually, I hit something, so I'm going right back up. I got launched into, so you see these wandering memories, you get a recharge on your jumps, and you're really just jumping up. I had the easiest time in the world getting up here because I got launched into a thing of jade, and so I had to use my 3 ability once I got up here, but now I'm officially up here. I'm back. So I'm just finding a group of people, trying to help my abilities. So the reason I was saying that this is kind of like a, am I gonna make it? Yeah, there we go. The reason I was saying that this is an easy build is, so I'm playing an engineer. I'm playing a mechanist build, which is the newest elite specialization. So this is a Dragon's End.
Oh, I know I'm gonna
specialization.
die. Thank you for that. Helpful crap.
I have 3 profession mechanic skills, or profession skills.
That's why I made it.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you. I will stand in Crystal now. By Crystal?
Yeah, just kind of stand near Crystal so you can figure out what direction to move in. A lot of people are getting up here, so that's pretty good. But my F1, my F2, and my
Okay.
F3 all give barrier, which is helpful.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure because Suwon is right there, it's going to come from Suwon. Yeah, you can see the arrows. So you just want to be in between.
Where are the arrows? Oh, okay.
Oh, I moved out and died, apparently. So that happened.
Nice
Wasted
job,
wasted my personal
Ruby.
waypoint. But that's the reason why you have a personal waypoint there, is because now I was out for like two seconds. But I do need to get the way station, EMP. So you see these whirlpools, they take break bar to get, and usually people do not get broken out of them. It does not happen
No.
very often.
No, it does not happen very often. I've died in that whirlpool.
I've
Two.
died in the whirlpool a couple times. So yeah, at this point it's just damage. We're gonna have another one of the cyclone whirlpool things where we have
And another
mini boss phase.
mini bosses, yeah.
There will be 3 that time. We have 6 minutes and 50 seconds. It might be enough time if we really do
We
a
will
ton of
see.
damage.
Yeah.
Here we go. Use EMP.
Oh, EMP.
So right here, we want to do as much damage as possible because she is exposed. We want to do as much damage as possible.
Come on! Come
We want
on!
to use this time to get to the next phase. Which we did not. But that's okay.
It's okay.
We got whirlpools coming and you see the bubbles. You want to try to pop them if you can. I'm going to be trying to... Oh, man, that's tough. I was dodging, though. Okay. Okay. Well, and now I'm in a tornado. I'm in a whirlpool. You can use your EMP in the whirlpool, though. Little fun fact there. Okay, so now we're in the middle section. I'm a little worried about this. Ooh, I almost got stuck out. I'm a little worried about this because I'm a little worried we're not gonna have enough time to finish this. 5 minutes might not be enough. We might need 7. But I believe in this group. I think we got this. You never know.
It's really that second round of mini bosses that just absolutely kills the time.
Yeah. So,
Just takes so long, and you're like, oh.
and in this moment, you don't have to kill as many guys as it looks like. You just need people actually paying attention to the void magic on the ground. You want to do as much damage as you want to pick up as many of them as possible. In this moment, I'm gonna hop over here to the way station, and we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go south. I hit an updraft, an accident.
Listen to me.
Okay, so now we got
It's me,
3.
Maureen.
Jump over these.
Oh, this guy is.
This is gonna be a rough. This is gonna be a rough fight.
Hey, I have a question. Once you get that jump ability, doesn't that like take away all of our EMPs?
Yep.
That is so annoying.
Yep. So you're gonna have to re-up your EMP after. In this phase, you really just want to do as much damage as fast as possible. You're gonna have the 1 minute, but there's somebody else telling people how to do things. That's technically supposed. I just got launched. Did I hit the wrong? Did I hit my ability? Oops. You can do a lot of damage from the air, actually, and I feel like people underestimate how much damage you can do up here. So, like, if you're not a damage build, it can be helpful. You also don't want to chase this one out because they always run back to the middle. Break bar. for them to come back to the middle. Because you waste your time moving out there, and then now, I mean, I got knocked down. If I didn't get knocked down, it would be a different story. But we are not the slowest.
Oh, I'm a little worried. Sorry.
Yeah, this is not enough time. We didn't do damage fast enough to Suwon. We got like 20%, and I don't know if it's we don't have enough people, but
I think it's because we don't have enough people.
I think we got
Because I mean,
people
it's
on.
gotta be like a full map, and it has to be a full map of everybody doing it.
I think
you
we
know?
had people not doing the meta on the map when it first started.
Like, you may as well just stay until the end anyways. Like, I don't understand why.
We got 2 minutes. It might be enough time.
There is only void. There is only void. There is only.
Girl, stop with the mantra. There's only void. There is only void. Stop. We have to have positive mantras, you know?
20%. Honestly, it is doable.
We have to work our butts off, though, because that last, like, 5% is so annoyingly difficult.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics in this last little bit here. But 15%, honestly, with how much damage we've done, all we need is if we get the break bar, it's definitely possible. We just need deeps. We just need boons. We need deeps. Gonna do one
Oh
of
my
those.
god.
Hopefully we don't get a break bar right after.
1 minute left.
We're at 7%, so it is definitely possible. I thought we needed more time than this, but it looks like we might actually get this. I don't want to jinx it, but break bar, break bar,
Even think
break bar, break bar,
about
break
jinxing
bar,
this.
break bar,
God.
break bar,
Break bar! Break
2%.
bar! Break bar! Break
That's
bar!
not good. That's not good. Come on.
No! Yes!
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh.
So
Oh, someone heal me.
now we heal everybody.
Oh my. Did someone drop an way station right there at the very end? Did you see that? Woo!
I see it. So many dead. So much sacrifice.
I never thought I would see this day. May the gods be praised.
I never thought I'd see us all
I'm just
fighting
gonna say
as
some
one.
things to Maps chat. Thanks all for joining.
You can follow the trail ahead.
Good.
I am tagging.
Champion!
Okay. So I have a tendency to tag down pretty quick after metas end. So there's a little bit to the chests out here. So you can just run around the outside and open these chests. When you get to the red chests in the middle, you will have it takes a little bit of time, and you can only open as many as you have been participating on the map. So I was basically just standing around at the beginning, so I might get like a couple because I participated in the full meta. But to get all of them, you have to do pre-meta events. You have to help progress the north, the middle, or the south. Yeah, so you must have Dragon's End contributor effect to open this, so I can't do it. I auto-looted the middle, so I'm gonna have the Bounty of Dragon's End. Just kidding, it's the Dragon's End Hero Choice chest. Unless you want the weapon recipe book and you don't care about legendaries or gold, go with you can do this, or you go with the antique summoning stone. Antique summoning stones right now are interesting. That looked like a face. That's a cool weapon I've never had before. These are worth 6 gold at the time of the making of this video. Memories of Aureen that you get for completing this, 15 are worth 7. So if you pick both of them, you get a nice, quick more than 10 gold. I gotta salvage my exotics. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there for this video. There are achievements on the map. If you look over here, there's a lore conversation. There's an achievement tied to doing that. You can only get one per meta, so you'll have to do it a couple times to get it. And then if you look over here and you see this, yeah, it's this. There's diving goggles up there, and you see that bucket of water right there? That's what you have to dive into. And you can only get that once you've done the meta. The diving goggles only appear once you've done the meta. And there are some other things that correspond to the meta. Map completion, you need to have a meta done for. There's an achievement for doing the meta before you finish the story. And a side note, the person that was asking about why they make all the chests is there's the gratification of opening a bunch of chests. People like it. So if you ever wonder, that's most likely why.
Never forget how we united and emerged victorious.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next one.